So over here we're working on our boys' lesson plan, and in the back of the room they're mostly working on front support forward rolls, but we created a couple of challenges for the more advanced boys. So over here the less advanced boys are going to try to get their booty off the floor, and the more advanced boys are going to get their chin all the way to the bar, and they're going to hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then they're going to slowly come down. And then at the next bar, the less advanced boys are going to do their front support, and they're going to roll, and they're going to try to let go of the bunny and put it to bed before they put their feet down on the ground. But the more advanced boys, you can ask them to hold that bunny in a pike position. So you want to just go into a pike. You don't have to pick up the bunny again. And they're going to hold that bunny for 1, 2, 3, and then drop it, and then come down. So it'll be a little bit more challenging for them. On the P-bars, the less advanced boys are going to work on their front support folds. So they're going to do a front support with the beanbag in between their belly. They're going to drop the beanbag and fold all the way in half, hold it there for 3, 2, 1, and then come back up. Make sure they hold their tunnel position for 3 seconds so that they learn safe forward rolls. The more advanced boys are not going to use the beanbags at all. They're just going to work on their push-ups, and they can really challenge themselves here. So you'll have them put their legs over one bar, hands on the other bar, and they can do push-ups, bring their chin to the bar, or they can put their hands the other way, or they can put their hands really wide, or they can try to do it with one hand. One hand push-up, come on. Nice. Then they're going to come to the floor bar, do a really nice seal stretch, hold that seal stretch for 5 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then bend their elbows, push down the monsters, and push back up. Push down a monster, push back up. Push down a monster, and push back up. Beautiful. And the last station over here, they're going to work on their front support roll. The less advanced boys are going to do a simple front support roll. The more advanced boys are going to do an arch front support. So do an arch front support, Coach Brianna. And they're going to try to lean forward, and at the very last second, they're going to try to roll with straight elbows. Almost, Coach Brianna. So it's a little bit harder than it looks, but it's fun regardless. That's the back circuit of the room. For the front circuit, they're working on their handstand forward rolls. So the less advanced boys are just going to put their feet on top of the mat and their hands on the floor, but you'll do the more advanced version, Brianna, and they're going to roll forward. So the less advanced boys are just going to stack their hips and roll. And the more advanced boys are going to kick all the way up to handstand, or they'll kick one leg up, but let's try showing kicking up both legs up to handstand and then roll and stretch up. Good. On the pink mat, you can either have them do a lever and then forward roll, or you can have them kick to handstand and forward roll, depending on their level. Good. The next conditioning drill is going to be the same for all the boys. They have to get all of the bean bags to the other side of the beam, walking in a crab position. So they're going to put their feet up on the beam and their hands on the floor. The bean bag goes on their belly, and they have to walk in a crab all the way until the end and try to get all the bean bags to the other side. So then they can put it on the at the end or on the bench and then go back to the next one. So that's the beam. Over here, they're going to put their hands on the red mat, their feet on the ball. They should be in a nice plank position, and they're going to try to go from a plank to a big mountain, downward dog, and back to plank. So they're working on lifting their hips for that forward roll, for that handstand forward roll. And then the last station, they're going to work on the bending elbows for forward roll. So they're going to put their feet on the beam, their hands on the floor. They're going to walk their hands in, so they're in a mountain push-up position. A downward dog position. A little more, Brianna. And then when they see a paw print, they're going to bend their elbows and try to get their nose down to the floor. And then they're going to keep walking. And when they get to the next paw print, they're going to bend their elbows and try to get their nose down to the floor. And then they're going to keep walking all the way until the end of the beam. And then when they get to the end, they'll walk back. And again, do their push-ups. And that is the front of the room. So this is our boys' lesson plan. Thank you, Coach Brianna. Did you get a good workout?
I sure did.
Great.